Hello YouTube, thanks for joining me on my second video. This is just gonna be me playing Red Luffy versus Yellow Enel here at Locals. Enel is actually a really tough matchup for Red Luffy. So the number one thing I try to mulligan for is a 9 cost nuke gate in hand, just so I can keep up tempo with them during the late game. The moment they start dropping those 9 cost Yamatos and chaining those, it starts to become a really big problem. Yeah, so you can see here, he just dons and passes. I draw and I play the Nami. Um, I know once he gets to his 5 Dawn turn that is in Gadatsu's range, but I just want to play for the early game just so I can get some value off of it. Right here he's thinking, I forget what he plays. He swings 5 first. I like to take just because when I play my 5 cost characters, it gets out of Gadatsu's range. Playing Brule and passing, very interesting. So I started swinging 6, no ability yet, and he takes here. And then, like I said, this is me just being able to go aggressive with Luffy and Nami ability, swing 7. What I found to be successful as Red Luffy is, unlike other matchups, I like to be hyper aggressive, just so I can get them down to 2 life or just threaten them to get down to 0, just so I make them having their upper end, like Katakuri or Yamato in the late game. He swings 6 here, so in my head I'm thinking that he might play a Ohm with 4 Dawn, so I counter out. Boom, and let's see if he gets that dog. If I remember correctly, he whiffs on this dog search. Let's see. Yep, he whiffs. But does he have a dog in hand? He does. It's really scary when Enel is able to go wide on board. That was my 6th on turn. If I remember correctly, yep, rest 6, play the thatch. Such a big body to be able to contest so big, and I go double 6s using Nami ability first, just in case he hits a trigger that can KO it, and then 6 again. Now it's his turn with 7 Dawn. And the only thing I'm really concerned about is a 7 Mom, or maybe a no rush for him to go 6, 5, 7, and 5 with leader. Those are a lot of swings. And knowing that he's focusing on my Zoro, I just let him go. And I'm still at 4 life, so at this time I don't mind taking some hits. But I don't want to bleed too fast, so I counter for 2. And yup, just like I predicted, that no. Yeah, and he passes to me. Now I'm at 8 Dawn, so let's see what I do. Ooh, this is where I am able to place the Chaka for 5. And right here I can do a lot of Dawn manipulation. I use the Nami ability to don the Chaka, use Chaka ability to get 7 K on leader, and I still can use Luffy's ability as well. Now I'm trying to push cards out of my opponent's hand, going for board. 3 for another Rush Zoro Luffy ability, making it to 6. Now swing 7 at Enel, just get a counter out. Next turn, I believe he's going to 9 Dawn, so I didn't want him to get that value off of that Yamato to regen a life. Full 05 at Zoro. And he's thinking if you go for leader or if you should go for the Zoro character. I believe he goes for the Zoro, yep. And I just let him go at that point. Just because I know what's about to come on my 10 Don turn. And he plays that Katakuri to remove that thatch. Struggling there to put him back in the bottom of my life. I play the Rush Luffy, which is fantastic because I can do so much Don manipulation. So right here, that Nami ability on the Chaka, putting 2 Don on Luffy, using Luffy effect, swinging 8 into Enel, and he has to counter out because Luffy is on board, so Enel cannot use that ability. And I still have 5 more Don to play with. Yep, when we go 9 into Enel again. Getting rid of him. And I swing 5 at leader, which I feel like was a misplay. I should have just left him at 2 life. But we'll see if I get punished for here. I think to start the turn, this Enel is going to swing the Katakuri into the Chaka. Unfortunately, I am at 3 life, so I have to pitch the Rat Beam with the Kick Course to be able to protect the Chaka. I'm just getting too much value from that card. And then he swings 8, which I protect. And then, misread, did not see the second Enel coming down, but that's okay here. And at this point, I don't have any cards in hand, so I'm able to top deck that thatch, which is gonna come in real clutch. As now I use Nami and Luffy's ability to attach the leader. And my opponent only has 3 cards in hand, so I'm gonna swing big into the Enel, which either he has to give up 2 cards or yep, he just has to let it go. And just because that Luffy character card is on board, he's unable to use that effect to take a card from life in order to keep that on board. So he plays 2 for that Sky Island Searcher, which relieves a lot of stress off my chest because this tells me that he does not have the Yamato that's going to be coming down. He finds a Ohm. And then, does he play the Ohm from here? Let's see. He's going to swing 7 at leader. I'll take just because I don't have any cards in hand. And I think he was just telling me, even though I don't have any cards in hands, he's just swinging for efficiency. So I'll take that as well. And he plays that Ohm that he searched. Let's see if he's able to find a dog or just adds dog in hand. Luckily he whiffs on the dog and he plays one from hand, which I would have decided to keep. But yeah, here he's just showing me all the ohms and dogs he was able to go through in the entire game. And right here he has 2 cards in hand, so I just want to test the water with the 7k swing, which he takes. His leader ability, I forget what he pitches. Right here, I swing another 7, which he takes. Oof. With the Amaru, he regains 2 life, but at this point, he has no cards in hand, so I just swing with Thatch. That gives me the ability to play my Luffy, use Nami Luffy ability, and rack up and go for game. Well, thank you guys for watching my whole video, or even skipping to the last part just to see my deck list. I just want to show you my deck list and let me know if there's any improvement or changes you would make to this Red Luffy list. Also, I am pretty new at this video editing stuff, so if you have any recommendations for me in the future, please drop it in the comments. Always good vibes here, and yeah, hope to see a lot more of y'all in the future.